I meant to do this live much earlier. Wednesday is Wednesdaying, so I wasn't able to. Unfortunately, I'm doing it now. This is going to be a short one. I wanted to revisit what I was talking about yesterday. Part one was me talking about Camsie and saying that Cam was basically potentially throwing away his relationship with Chelsea over the things that he's doing in the house. Some people agreed with me, some people disagreed with me. This is what I had to say after yesterday's conversations. I will never in life claim that I'm the biggest Big Brother expert in the world. There's people who have seen more seasons than me. There's people who are day one fans. The reason I started liking Big Brother is because of the live feeds and because this is my area. I'm a social expert. This is literally my field. These are things that I see, deal with, speak to people about, and talk about every single day off of this camera. So I knew what I saw. Whether it was explicitly said out loud, I knew what I was seeing. And Chelsea confirmed all of that in this conversation that she had with T-Core. Chelsea said that Cam's behavior, especially when it comes to the flirtatious nature of his relationships with Leah and Mackenzie, bothers her. She said that they have spoken in private, as in her and Cam. Hey, Sapphire. She said to T-Core that they've spoken in private and that Cam has told her that he has feelings for her, that he wants to explore something with her when they get outside the house. So he is aware of that. She's saying basically that the math is not mathing with what he's telling her during pillow talk and then what he's doing in front of the group. She said it hurts her feelings. So now she's sitting here and she's saying to herself, is he doing that because of game? Or is he doing that because he doesn't really care about her in that way? She said that he treats Leah and MJ like a lady, or he treats the other women in the house like ladies, and he treats her like one of the bros, and it confuses her. T-Car was asking her, how far do you want to go in the game with him? And she was like, well, based on his actions, it's not that I'm going to actively campaign to get him out, but she said he does already have a target on his back, and I am not going to be his protection. So now we have a few things going on at the same time. Forming relationships in that house is just a no-no for me, but at the same time, people are human. So it's easy for me to sit on the outside and be like, I would go into that house. There is no way. I'd be Operation Nomads. Ooh, I'm going to answer this later. I would be Operation Nomads, and I just wouldn't form that connection in the house. But things happen. You know, you're with somebody for 40 plus days. You're isolated from everyone on the outside. You have really deep conversations that you might otherwise not have with somebody in that short span of time. And people always talk about how relationships are accelerated in the Big Brother house. But where I'm at with this whole thing right now is that Chelsea and Cam, and it seems like Chelsea would have to initiate it. I think that Chelsea needs to really have a real sit down with Cam and lay everything out for him. This is what I am seeking. I want to know if you are seeking the same. If so, I have to let you know that this behavior that you're exhibiting, it bothers me. And tell him, like, I can't tell you what you have to do. and what you don't have to do. It's just like the same thing that I tell people about setting boundaries. You cannot force somebody to do the things that you want them to do, but you can let them know what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, and then they have a choice from there, what they're gonna do, whether they want to keep you around. So Cam seems like the type. Let me see. I think that type of conversation, it would only raise suspicion if people knew about it, because it doesn't seem like anyone knows about any of these other conversations that they're having, because a lot of fans are calling the conversations cap because they're like, we haven't seen those conversations. So I haven't seen those conversations. I've only seen Chelsea breaking down the conversation with other people. I haven't actually seen any of those conversations with Cam. So I don't think that would bring any suspicion, because I don't think that those conversations are public knowledge. Oh, if you're saying that she should just let the game be the game and not worry about it, then okay. I'm talking in a sense of if you want to preserve something outside of the house. If you don't talk about it. Like, if that's not important to you outside of the house, then just play the game and let the chips fall where they may. But just in terms of if you are trying to foster something, because I can tell that Chelsea is the type of person who wears her heart on her sleeve, even though it doesn't look like it. Like, you look at a Rubina and you think that she wears her heart on her sleeve, but what I mean by that is Chelsea seems to be someone who's like either fully invested or not invested. So I think that if she chooses route number 2 of not talk about it, this thing might be over. And I'm not saying they have to be in a relationship, like sometimes things end in the talking phase and sometimes they don't. But in this particular case, I think that she's a big communication person, and I don't think he's a big communication guy. So if she wants things to be a certain way, she's going to have to be the one that sets the tone for that. And those are my few quick thoughts. I will probably jump back on here later. I don't have the time. If she wants to foster something, she should wait. I don't know, Sapphire. It's easier said than done, because he's playing in her face right now. That's the way that I see it. Whether it's intentional or unintentional, which I still believe it's unintentional, he's playing in her face and she's getting angrier and angrier about it. And the anger's got to go somewhere. It's going to come out somehow, game or no game. You'd have to be an amazing person to hold that in for however many days, 90 days. All right, y'all. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more great content. Thank you, and I'll talk to y'all later.